Cthulhu's Party coming to you live and direct from the beach to Smoke Me Out fam with all that dank shit. On my left, your boy Blue.
The pro for ice is ISIS. You can learn.
On my far right, engineering on the ones and twos, choke people out on threes and fours, Chronos.
500 miles plus on a super bike on a straight road hits you different when you're 42.
I bet.
Old Ninja is Christ-debating in some type of Eastern European prison.
Dude, HR's got his ass.
Yep, yep. So he will not be joining us. We don't miss him anyway, and we're just gonna keep it rolling for y'all. Kronos, what you got on statistics?
Real quick, thank you, Ma High Blur. There goes the chime. If y'all hear it, thank you, Ma High Blur, for super chatting us. We definitely appreciate it. The statistics Mile High Blur was the first in the chat too. I mean,
he's
nice. Getting two things.
And also XOR88X. I think this person was listener of the week. Yeah, pretty sure if you are, pretty sure your name is Zor, maybe. But yeah, you had a bunch of listens this week on SoundCloud. So there you go. You got shouted out immediately on the podcast because you were the top listener of the week.
Let me check out. Let's see how we're doing on iTunes. All right, iTunes. Oh. What is it called? Apple Podcast, some shit.
Yeah, something like that.
I wonder how we're doing on there.
And my child is my oldest isn't here. My adult child, which is weird to say.
No, very nice, very nice.
I'm so old.
All right,
we are going. I was gonna say, I don't know. Did we ever break it up that we're like on our 7-year?
No, we didn't.
Podcast. It's 7 or 6 or 11, 15, something like that.
7 years.
It's one of them numbers.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, on Apple Podcasts, we're still sitting pretty at 5 with 30 reviews. Wow. I mean,
good shit.
It's pretty solid.
So you're doing this for 7 years.
Good shit. Good shit. We are not going to do any pouring out of malt beverage, urban beverage, frothy beverage, anything of that sort, because Old Ninja has some of the D- list folks on the fucking topic list. None of the three of us really know them all that well, and we will not bullshit you by pretending we know them. Only Old Ninja can pretend he knows the D- list celebrities that he has added on that list.
Yeah.
So y'all gonna have to wait for next week.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
I hear baby crying. So while Cronus is away, I want to read the latest 5-star review we got on Apple Podcasts.
Go ahead.
So it says, "Keep it up, amazing podcast. Love that you guys don't limit yourself to just gaming news and updates. I think it's great that this podcast touches on many different topics and gives multiple perspectives on those topics. Keep up the good work." And this was from Marvel the King.
Ooh, I like it.
It's a cool name. I like it. Thanks, Marvel the King, for the props.
That's a fucking real one right there. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
While Kronos is away, god damn, I will tell you this. I went to a fancy ass motherfucking wedding. Sorry I couldn't be with y'all last week. This shit was like well into the 6 figures over in Rochester, New York, and my whole family went. It was a really beautiful affair.
Like the wedding cost 6 figures?
Yeah. They
god damn.
Let me put it to you like this. There were sparkler kind of fireworks, like a lot of them, almost like you would see for an NBA or NFL game when people go into the stadium.
Oh, goddamn.
And they did that on the intro and the outro, plus had a live band doing all kind of great covers. So
I went to a wedding once and they had a live band doing covers and stuff. Man, that shit was on it. Like, I've been to weddings where they have like a DJ spinning or whatever, right, playing music. That shit hits different when it's a live band. It's like being at a concert basically, but like, yeah, that's money.
For real.
What are you guys talking about?
I was talking a little bit about my New York trip and that wedding, that fancy ass bougie wedding that I went to with my whole family. But yeah, really, really nice affair over in Rochester, New York. I had never been there. I guess it's about an hour away from Buffalo, but it's across the river from Toronto. I didn't know where the fuck I was. I was looking for the Xavier School. Couldn't find that for shit. Nowhere near New York City. I will tell you that much. But good times all the way around. I came back with some kind of fucking, I don't know, nastiness. It's not Rona, but certainly doesn't have me feeling 100%. But it is what it is.
Yeah, that's what's weird about like living today. Like, anytime you get sick at all, you're just like, is it the Rona? Can I taste? Like, what's going on?
Is this it?
Yeah.
like, I got a stuffy nose. Oh shit,
I think,
Corona.
it's one of the things that, even though the Rona's still going around, if you're vaccinated, you're probably not going to die. Like, your chances of dying are pretty fucking low. So that's one thing that, like, that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of getting out a little bit more now, because I feel a little bit safer, but still, it's still there.
Yeah, it ain't going fucking nowhere. Like, and there's still enough people that aren't vaccinated at all that just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna raw dog these strippers." You know what I mean? Or
Well,
hookers.
I mean, hence why you're sick. You got that guidance for herbal aids.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, I've heard stories of like Rona. I can't remember what they call it, but like Rona is causing some people with like previous illness for that shit to like spark back up. Like it's the Rona is stressing out their immune system and it's causing like the other virus that were way dormant in their bodies to kind of react again, and like it's really having a fucking big ass impact on them. But
I used to reactivate my superpowers. I'm just saying, I lost them.
yeah,
I want them back.
right.
Just saying. Where's my
I used to
super
be able to
suit?
teleport.
And then Kronos, you alluded to it a little bit in your fucking intro. You went on a fucking trek.
Ooh, boy, did I have a shitty 4 days. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I had
They
like
didn't want you to leave again.
it was fucking terrible. So I had to go back up to the Bay to for my youngest daughter's graduation from school, and so we go to the airport, and I was going through the TSA, and I lost my fucking driver's license when I went through the checkpoint. Like, I had it in checkpoint, gave it to show them, hey, I'm me, and it got lost somewhere on the conveyor belt or something. And yeah, that's what started my trip. I should have known. I should have just fucking canceled everything right then. Just been like, you know what, fuck it. Once I get my ID back, then maybe we can talk about doing this again. But let's just stay home. Anyway, I didn't do that. We flew anyway, and we needed to get a rental car. Which, first of all, the flight was delayed by a bunch of hours. So once we landed, we couldn't get a rental car because it was too late. So I had to get an Uber, black, of course, down to the hotel room. We get to the hotel, and guess what? They forgot to tell us that they were fully booked and they couldn't accommodate us anymore. But luckily, I could go next door. They booked us in a room next door, but I had booked a room that was, actually need to go back and look and see what they charged me, but I booked a room that was a 1-bedroom suite. And if you travel a lot or, lived in an apartment or anything, you know that a 1-bedroom suite is not a fucking studio. Okay, it means that you have a bedroom and the rest of the whatever else you're fucking staying in. Okay, it is not everything in one room. So when I went to go check in, I was like, we're getting a suite, right? And they were like, oh, all of our rooms are technically suites. I should have said, what are they actually? But
Technically,
yeah. So we get to our room, and sure enough, it's a studio. So the reason why we wanted a separate room was to separate us from our little one. She can get some rest. And so Kay.
Mummy can back and play.
She's not going by K-Mac anymore. It's just Kay. So she can get work and some homework done. So that just kind of fucked all that shit up. And the next morning, I decided, we need to get a rental car. So I took an Uber to get our rental car. And I was like, well, I don't have my ID, but, Kay had to work in the morning for a little bit. And so I get there, and I don't know if I want to tell this story because I don't want to sound like a fucking asshole. But it's kind of funny also.
do it.
Do
Should
it.
I do it?
What this podcast is for.
Okay. Let me just, because it's kind of racial. That's the reason why I hate to say it. All right, I'm going to do it anyway. So I get to the first line I get in was like super long. And I was like, you know what, I'm Avis preferred. So I go to, I had a picture of my driver's license, obviously, because I had to do some stuff for the mortgage and, getting a new mortgage or whatever. Anyway, irrelevant. I got a picture of my ID. So I go to Avis. The first line was super long, so I got a preferred because I'm a preferred member. I get there, was like one dude in front of me, white dude, and that's it. And then like there was an older black lady that was helping him. And so this lady was like going out of her way to like really accommodate this guy, but like, he wanted to get a specific car, and she's like, oh, I have all these cars, and he's looking in the lot, I want, oh, that one will work, blah, blah, blah. They're going back and forth like I wasn't there. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I get up there eventually, and, I tell her, I have a reservation, but I lost my ID, my driver's license at the, coming here at the airport. And, I was like, but I have a picture. And she just goes, nah, like, we need a physical ID. I'm like, but no, like nobody loses their license? Like, she's like, nah. And I look at her, and she's literally, this is a fucked up part, which I kind of hesitate to say, but she had like a milky white eye. like Uncle Ruckus, and I'm not even fucking bullshitting. I'm not even bullshitting. She was just like, no, I'm not trying to hear your shit. Get the fuck out of here. I was just like, dude, like, I'm not trying to rip you guys off, but like, literally, I lost my driver's license. And yeah, I mean, I was at a fucking 9 on my scale of like, 1 to I'm gonna cause a fucking scene. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna calm down.
Where's the body, Kronos?
Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna calm down, not cause a scene. So I called Kay, and I'm like, they're not gonna rip me the car, and I'm fucking super mad, and I'm cussing a lot more than usual, even though I cuss a lot already. But yeah, I was super mad, and she ended up having to like go to Avis, and she called Avis, and then she went to like the San Jose airport to get a car, and it was just like kind of a fucking whole debacle. And then also that morning, we went to sleep after after our flight and all that shit. And at like 6 a.m. in the morning, it was like if you ever watched Home Alone, remember the scene where like the mom is sleeping, and she wakes up and goes, Kevin, and she realizes that she missed her kid, like she left her kid at home.
Yep.
Yeah.
The whole point of this trip was to first of all go to our daughter's graduation, but also for me to take my motorcycle and ride it back to my brother's place and move my other motorcycle to Blue's place because it was still at her house. I forgot my fucking keys to both motorcycles. Both my fucking keys. I was like, so I'll call my brother. He comes in clutch. He gets it overnighted to me next morning.
Oh shit.
So I get my keys the next morning, which is cool. But it was just like, dude, like everything fucking went wrong, And then I get on my bike. Like I had to buy a new battery for my yellow bike that Blue has now, and brand new battery. I started it, made sure it started. And I turned it off because I had to do like some little things to the bike. And then I went to go turn it back on. It won't fucking start. I'm like, God damn it. So I decided, okay, you know what? All bikes are manual. Well, most bikes are manuals. I was like, I'm just going to fucking push start it. So I tried to push start it. It's not starting, probably because it has old fucking gas. And so I couldn't do it. And because we live on a hill. And so I kept trying to do it until like I couldn't use the hill anymore. And so I had to come back up the hill. Ask one of my neighbors, hey man, do you got I need to jump my bike. He's like, oh, I got you. He had like a little portable like battery for, jump starting. So I jump started the bike, get it started, rode it over to Blue, and then I realized that these fucking tires are low as shit. Like trying to like move the bike around was like super sketch because like the tires are so low. And then eventually everything got done. Came back. We also had to move some shit out of our old house just to like give away. I got my bike, which is like right here. That's my S1000RR right there. Let me move that's my nice bike. So yeah. Anyway, so I took that bike 500 fucking miles from the Bay Area down to Chula Vista. And once I hit the valley, it was 100 plus degrees. Like literally, once I hit like the first place I stopped, it was 102, and it went up from there. So
yeah, goddamn.
For those who don't know Cali all that well, he's talking about the Central Valley, which is the armpit of fucking Satan.
Yeah. Well, I was like, dude, this is hot. But luckily, I bought a new motorcycle jacket that was mesh because I was like, I don't know if I want to wear leathers the whole way down. And the worst thing to be on like a super bike is like just on a straight road because you see like look at it. Like the ergonomics here are they're not happening for like a straight road, So I was like scrunched up like I was the worst kind of spoon ever like this, just like the whole fucking time. But I took an hour. I took every hour out, not every hour, every 100 miles. I took a break to get a little bit of gas, stretch a little bit, take some Advil, rehydrate. So, yeah, I felt like. Go ahead.
What's crazy is that when you post those pictures, usually, okay, if you're driving on the 5, like you're gonna run through a bunch of fucking bugs. Like there's like where the cows are, especially right on a motorcycle by where the cow that's not a slaughterhouse, but basically that's where they have the cows and stuff at. It's,
yeah,
is it a slaughterhouse?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but like that smell and like you can't there's no AC on a fucking motorcycle helmet. You just gotta hold your breath and breathe through your teeth or some shit like to keep that from there. But yeah, your bike was like pristine, like it was clean. There was no bugs splatter at all on your bike. Was it because it was so fucking hot?
Yeah, I think it's because it's so hot. Like they must have just like combusted because it was so hot. I was like, I'm really used to like taking that ride and having like all kinds of muck and shit on me. But I only had like a couple like bugs on my face shield. That was about it. My bike though was fine. It was super clean. So yeah, that was my shitty like 3-4 days. I was like, this is terrible. Like I was what's the terrible part? I don't know if you've ever been like so mad at yourself that you just wanted to hit something. You know,
Yep.
that's how mad I was. Just like I was so mad at myself for like, first of all, losing my license, then forgetting the fucking keys, and then it was just like I just wanted to scream, but yeah, can't cause a scene,
Nope.
especially if you're
If
black.
That's when jujitsu like going to jujitsu class would have came in handy.
I found a gym I'm gonna go to tomorrow, so hopefully I
No.
can get out some aggression tomorrow, because yeah, these past few days, and even like just living with my brother, even though it's cool being here, it's cool that
Yeah, but
he's letting us, stay here, and we have our own room. Our youngest has her own room too, but she's going through some things from like the whole like change of scenery, so we have to like deal with
Yep.
her like that thing, and then it's also like not having our own like our own house. But it's cool. It's cool living here because he's got a fucking nice ass pool. I got to chill in his jacuzzi, but I'm sitting in the jacuzzi like, this ain't my shit.
Yep.
Like this is all his nice shit.
Yeah, like be like Rick James and shit. Like fuck your hot tub.
No, it's hot tub's awesome. Like
Yeah.
I'm taking advantage while I can. So
Yeah.
and then the fucking rates just went up. Like we're looking for houses right now, and like the Fed just decided to, up the rates by like 0.75%, which for people that don't have a mortgage or trying to get a mortgage, like that's significant. So like right now, like my old mortgage is like 3% interest rate, and now it's going to be over 6% interest rate, like at the very minimum. So it's like more than double the interest rate. So it's like definitely going to like lessen the amount of money that I'm willing to spend on a new house. And selling a house, people are going to do the same thing. Like they're going to be like, hey, the interest rates are so high up there, you're not going to afford a bunch of houses. And then like I think it was Gian. Gian was like, don't sell it to some corporation. Gian, look at me. Look at me. I want my 40 acres and a mule. This is if a corporation offers me a bunch of money for that house, honestly I'll take it. I would prefer to sell it to, a family, but if they come in with like some ridiculous, I'm sorry, man. Like I'll be part of the problem. I don't give a fuck at this point in time,
Yeah.
Look, here's the thing. Gian ain't paying you to make up the difference.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's no shade to him. I get the whole mentality, but when it's your money and your your livelihood, it's real hard to
It's
be generous.
Yeah,
it's
especially
like that commercial. It's your money. You want it now.
But yeah.
So,
Man.
just a little fun fact. So like I had a motorcycle like back in the day, like I think it's been about it's been like 5 years. God damn, my
Such a
motorcycle was
ninja.
stolen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been jonesing so badly to jump on a bike and just go for a little ride. And sorry, Cronus, I took your bike out for a ride.
Oh, you went for a ride on it?
I went to the gas station to put some air in the tires.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
I put air in the tires, put like 2 gallons worth of gas in there. I was like, I was like, damn, I remember when putting gas, like when I had my 250, filling that thing up cost like $12. It cost me $12 to put 2 gallons in his bike. But I just rode around the block and that was it. But like, yeah, man, it felt good. It felt really good. And I'm like, guess what, Cronus? This is my bike now. No.
I mean, you asked me, you were like, what's wrong with it? I'm like, basically just, the battery was dead and needs new tires. But other than that, I mean, it runs. It rides just fine.
Yeah, it ran really well. But
I mean,
like,
if you want it, all I need to do is get the registration, and I need to like find the title. That's why I put it at your place, because I don't have the title right now. I have to get it.
We'll talk.
You notice Blue did not specify which city he got that gas in. It could have been fucking Gilroy. You don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know.
Right, yeah.
Could have been Reno.
No, because there's a story of me and Cronus riding around. And I was riding around dirty on my motorcycle with expired tags, and Cronus's tags on his bike is about 5 years old. I think it's 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to fuck around, but it was cool. Like I forgot, like when you're riding a motorcycle and you see another person on a motorcycle and they wave, I was like, oh shit, I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot what to do. I was like, damn, I'm rusty as hell. But yeah, when I was riding it with the tires being low, yeah, man, it was hard making those turns. But once I put air in the tires,
yeah,
it was fun again.
So when you put air,
I didn't go too far. I just went like around the block basically.
Ride it whenever. I'll get the registration done, and then I'll send it to you, and then ride it whenever you want. I don't really care. So.
Hot shit. God damn, there's so much to get into. Can I start with some weird shit on the fucking internet?
I mean, there's a lot of weird shit on the internet. I mean, we've all been in them sites. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Two Girls, One Cup. That was a guy in a jar. I think that was one of our first videos. The one guy, one jar.
Oh yeah.
That was traumatic. Jesus Christ.
That was very traumatic.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. He made it happen. But one of the wildest things on the internet. So apparently there was this woman in India.
I'm sorry to laugh at this.
She got fucking trampled by an elephant, and as one does. Tell me why this fucking elephant found this chick's funeral and then fucking wrecked the goddamn body of the same woman. We
already know an elephant never fucking forgets. She knows what she did. He knows what she did. He didn't forget.
That shit is so wild.
Sorry for the name of this podcast. An elephant never forgets.
Yeah, man. I used to love when animals attack. Like, I was addicted to that shit back in the mid-aughts.
Oh, yeah.
That shit was so great. And I just hearing about this fucking threw me for a fucking loop. Because it's just like, who told the elephant where the funeral was? You know what I mean?
Right?
Those lip sync ships, goddammit. That's what the fuck it is.
The elephant
and
had
that
receipts.
Heard her talking shit beyond the grave, fucked her ass up.
But like, what's so fucking crazy is that like the elephant didn't just show up to the funeral. The elephant went to the funeral, stomped on her again, and like flung her body around, and then fucking bounced it to the wind. Like,
I really wonder what she did then. I mean, like seriously, it must have been some really fucked up shit.
Man, that's my fucking spirit animal right there.
Real.
You know what I mean?
The revenge elephant.
Yeah, fucking petty beyond the grave.
There's this video of a guy walking, and he gets hit by a fucking tire. Like I think he's riding a motorcycle. He gets hit by a semi truck's tire. It bounces up the they're in the tunnel. It bounces up the tunnel, and then comes back and hit dude again. Dude got hit twice by the same fucking tire.
That shit was wild.
But I really want to know what this lady did to this elephant because goddamn, like it wasn't like it was like the funeral was like across the street or some shit from where she got trouble before. This shit was a couple of miles away.
Don't matter. Still got fucked up. Did y'all see the other one? The orangutan that
that
motherfucker.
They did a jiu-jitsu meme on that. It's pretty
hilarious. Man.
He's like, call it karate again, motherfucker. Call it karate again. Grappling this shit. I'm like, bruh, like, could you imagine if an orangutan got his hands on you? Like, holy fucking shit. Especially if you have no experience of like doing anything ever. It's like that guy was just like, I don't know what to do.
Oh, is that the one where the guy's like outside the cage and orangutan's like, come here, buddy.
Snatched him right the fuck up. He did a scorpion. Get over here.
Dude, here's the thing. Folks do not, completely underestimate how strong these fucking primates are.
Yeah.
Like, humans are very fucking weak and fragile by comparison. It doesn't matter if it's a chimpanzee, a baboon, or orangutan, or a gorilla, whatever the fuck it is. They got super fucking scruff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're on the top because of tools and weapons. Like you remove those tools and weapons, we're pretty fucked.
Yeah.
Like if Planet of the Apes was real, we would be fucked. Where's Caesar at?
Exactly. So fucking when animals attack, man. I love it. All right, guys. Where do we want to go with there's a whole lot of stuff on shows and whatnot that we need to get into, but where do we want to start?
Well, I kind of want to get into this Joker 2 crazy shit that's going on.
Yeah.
So it was announced that Joker 2's they're working on a Joker 2. Looks like Lady Gaga's gonna be in it. She's gonna be playing. She might be playing Harley Quinn. But the shit that got me twisted is that this shit's gonna be a musical.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck? How you gonna make the Joker a musical? Like there's gonna be singing and dancing and fucking choreographed, synchronized swimming and shit. I don't fucking know what's going on, but it's gonna be a musical. What do you guys take on this shit?
Here's what I think is possibly going to happen. This is pure fucking speculation. There's no goddamn trailer or anything for this shit. But you know that Joker has a fucked up mind. We all fucking...
Oh, yeah, he does.
If this is through his view or fucking Harley's view in any sense of the word, yeah, there could be some literal fucking absolute chaos and mayhem, like complete violence, but there's still a song with it.
I can get behind that because one of my favorite things ever was what was that fucking song? on Rick and Morty when he's playing It Feels Good.
Yeah.
When being the shadow people.
Yep.
Cat people.
Yep. And there was, what was that, Johnny Depp one, Sweeney Todd, that dealt with like him butchering fucking people while they had some fucking music. I don't know how the fuck this is going to work. It's a way out there concept, but Lady Gaga is talented as shit.
Yeah, they kind of did it with Bird of Paradise, the emancipation of Harley Quinn.
Emancipation Proclamation.
Like there's a scene where she's like doing like Diamond is the girl's best friend. I think is she, because she snorted cocaine before the scene took place. I think she's like singing that, but I think she's like fighting people at the same time. I don't fucking know actually.
Same with the Suicide Squad. Like she had a singing kind of weird routine with parrots.
Oh yeah. Also when in Harley Quinn again, or whatever fuck Birds of Paradise or whatever the fuck it's called, when she goes to rescue the girl from the prison, or from the jail, she also has like a singing. There's like singing. There's music in the background, and there's like this whole imaginary world that's going on. But I guess if it's done correctly, maybe. But I don't know. I don't know.
Get in
like musicals. I mean, all Disney movies are musicals.
Yeah, but I mean, not all Disney movies are great. I mean, they're good for kids, but you know, I mean, yeah. I'll keep an open mind, especially because of what Prodigy said, and because I'm thinking of it. I'm still have It Feels Good in my mind, and just thinking of like them just being just like ultra violence. But if it is like what Prodigy says, I can get behind that. But I didn't watch the first Joker still. I still need to go and watch that.
Oh what? Oh man, it's really good.
Yeah, man, I've been fucking busy, man. You guys know. But
have you seen the Batman yet either?
No, still haven't. I mean, especially because like I'm trying to wait until Kay can watch it, and she's been like crazy busy. So like I'm way behind on like fucking everything. So except for Obi-Wan, we watched that.
I was gonna say cocaine.
Well, I mean,
I choose you.
How do you think I rode 500 miles? I was just cocaine fueled the whole way.
Do you guys see that Fox News guy who said that gas price is so high that we might as well just do cocaine and run where we need to go?
Yeah, it's like that guy obviously does cocaine. First of all, second of all, he has no idea how much cocaine actually costs. You definitely can't buy a gallon of cocaine for $7. What's crazy right now to me with like gas prices, a slight segue, is that gas prices are high, and they're so high in some places that it's more than minimum wage.
Yeah,
I don't think people understand how high that is. If you work for an entire hour and you still can't afford a gallon of fucking gasoline, what is going on?
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, man, that's wild.
I think here in California, the minimum wage is like $15, and gas is about like half of that right now.
No, it really depends on the city and the municipality. Like the federal is still $7-8 or whatever.
Well, I mean, statewide, it's like you talking about the taxes or?
Oh, is the minimum wage right now?
Minimum wage. Sorry. Yeah, minimum wage. Yeah, minimum wage in some places is like less than $5. Like, let me just fact check myself, but because the federal minimum wage is like crazy low.
Yeah, I think it's $6 or $7, but
well, it's crazy because like I remember when I was working, like minimum wage was $4.25.
Yeah,
but gas is fucking 99 cents. So
yeah, okay, so it's okay. I wasn't tripping. All right, there's 2 states. The lowest minimum wage is Georgia and Wyoming. It's $5.15.
There you go.
Even though there's what the fuck? The federal minimum wage is supposed to be $7.25, but they're under that. So it's like, what's going on here?
God damn.
So yeah, there's places where I'm pretty sure in Wyoming and Georgia that gas costs you more than $5.15 a gallon. So you can literally work your entire, like depending on like where you live, you could work your entire, like an entire shift could be just you getting to and from work for that week. An entire shift.
Fucking shit, man. Cold world. Yeah, but I will say this. We'll see about the fucking trailer. If you have any doubts about Lady Gaga's, just going back to Joker, Lady Gaga's fucking talent, go watch A Star Is Born. That shit made me a fucking Gaga fan from an acting standpoint, and she sang in that one too.
Have you seen the episodes of American Horror Story where she plays the vampire queen?
Yeah, she was fucking great in that.
Like, yeah, she was really good. Yeah, dude, that scene where you see her ass. I'm like, God damn, I didn't.
Yeah,
Lady Gaga.
She got plenty full naked. It's a true rated R movie that Star is Born, and fucking what's his name? The lead, I can't remember his name right now. He was
Oh,
over.
guy who played Rocket. What's the
Yeah,
name? Shit.
exactly. I don't know why I'm blanking on his fucking name. But anyway, he was a fucking
Brandon.
mess, a train wreck or whatever. So I don't know. We'll fucking see. I would love to see a twisted, violent ass Harley and Joker where you see more of what makes these two so fucking wild. Because you
Bradley
think
Cooper.
we never seen it in a live action rated R movie. I'm not counting Suicide Squad because that really didn't dive into it very deeply. It had a whole bunch of other characters. So we'll fucking see. All right.
Yeah.
Let's switch it up a little bit. Kronos, you said one of the few shows that you are current on is Obi, right?
I am. I'm caught up on good old Obi-Wan, and I'm still enjoying it. It's more of like a sort of a slow burn, but um, it's still really enjoyable. Like seeing like Obi-Wan try to get like his Jedi skills back and still sort of having it. Like you get some glimpses of it in this latest episode of him like remembering like how do I deflect fucking laser shots, like, and then like him like going from like I can barely move like a single tiny object to like holding a whole fucking wall of water. I think that was really cool, and like just seeing like the how dangerous, you know, Darth Vader was back then. You know what made him terrifying? Because this is what's weird about the Star Wars universe is that the first Star Wars movies, like Darth Vader, actually kind of wasn't shit. Especially when you go back and like watch like the old like the when they started remaking the movies, like started making like episode 1 through 3, and like seeing how like Anakin used to fight and like Obi-Wan used to fight and then you go back and watch like episode 4 and then watch Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader and look how lame that shit is.
Mm-hmm.
Like you guys are like two old men, one obviously differently abled person that are trying to fight each other slow as shit. When a couple years before you guys were fucking basically ninjas and samurais, like just slinging shit around like it was nothing. So yeah, it's kind of a shame.
Yeah, we really don't get to see how powerful Darth Vader really is in the movies. I mean, we get glimpses here and there, but like in this show, you do get to see like he fucking walked into a room with like force choking bitches and shit, like throwing them away up. And like I think it was I can't remember what episode it was where he force choked the one guy and the guy's like a couple of inches off the ground just struggling. But he had homegirl like 12 feet up in the air, just hanging.
He also
like,
just snapped necks like it was nothing. Like he just walked through a town. He's like, "Oh, you're just over there chilling, doing nothing. All right, you're dead."
I fucking well. Here's the thing. I loved Vader in Rogue One. I thought even though he wasn't on the scene or in the movie for too crazy long, he was fucking badass the whole time. I love him in Empire and I love him in New Hope because he's just fucking scary. He's one of the fucking legendary characters you ever have. In this series, I liked a lot of what I saw with Vader. I do have some weird issues though. I don't know if you guys got. I think Old Ninja was telling me that you guys got into it last week when I wasn't able to join. Um, the thing that got me was it was I think episode 3 of Obi, where he basically tries to barbecue fucking Obi, and I'm like, okay, this is badass. He's already choked out everybody in the fucking village. Then he pushes him back and extinguishes this fire on him. And then this rebel girl, the one from Game of Thrones, shoots this tank and it lights on fire and he backs up and he's all hands are up, all bitchy. And then he just doesn't extinguish the fire again after 40 seconds later doing the fire. It was the weirdest scene I've ever seen with Vader. It bothered me. I know it was just one, but I loved what they were doing prior with him. That scene fucked me up in terms of it didn't depict him as nearly as badass and consistent as it should have.
Right, but I think that there's also a thing where we all know that there's some good in Darth Vader. We all know this, so maybe that was part of it. But yeah, you're right. It's sort of inconsistent, and also I want to see him kill more kids. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
what he does.
Yeah, that one got me. I still need to see. I think it's 4 and 5 that are out. But I was like, this didn't make any fucking sense. Obviously, he's badass and he controls his fear. He's able to light people up and barbecue them on command, or turn off fucking fire, or force choke from like quite a few feet away, maybe even like over 10 or 12 feet away. I love all of that shit. He's supposed to be scary as fuck. And then, real quick, also, I gotta give props. I haven't seen 4 and 5, but I actually enjoy Reba. She's fucking badass. Yeah. She's relentless. I like the fact that she's ruthless, and she's playing more consistently evil and twisted and ambitious Sith Lord almost than we've seen in a long time. What do you guys think?
I don't know what her storyline is, and if Ronan was here, he probably would be able to fill us in on stuff. But I feel she might switch sides. I mean, because there's like when she was talking. I think it was. Have you seen the episode where she kidnaps Leia?
Yeah, I'm caught up. Yeah. Well, except for there was an episode today, I think, right? But I don't.
Okay, I just want to make sure because, like what her interaction with her, I kind of got a feeling like she kind of felt bad as she was about to torture this little girl. She was like, "I'm sorry, Leia, but I got to do what I got to fucking do."
I didn't get that feeling.
Vader would have been like, "You know what?"
I got the feeling she was like, "Fuck this kid."
But no, I think she might switch sides. But I do like her as a character. She's just overall badass, and she's basically trying to prove herself. Even though everybody keeps fucking pinning her down, she's definitely trying to prove herself. Even though Vader was like, "Yeah, like you go do this for me," and she like use him as a reference point or whatever to do shit. But then Vader found out she fucked up, was like, "Nope."
Well, I'm wondering about her backstory. Like, I have a feeling, which is unsubstantiated, that she might have been a Jedi that maybe got picked up by Obi-Wan or was about to or something like that. It was going to save her because she was Force sensitive, and then he just wasn't there because of like what happened, and then she became not a Sith because they are not Sith.
Yeah, that's true.
She became an Inquisitor after that. So I hope people that are on the internet understand that there's like all those Inquisitor people, they're not actually Sith. I mean, they're badasses, but they're not Sith. There's only two.
That's a good clarification. Yeah, that's right on. I like her. She's been really interesting. She's been, to me, more compelling than almost anybody on there. But I'll keep watching. I want to see more badass Vader and more badass Reba.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, quick thing. It's interesting when you watch the show, and just look at like how far we've come. Like if you go back and watch the original episode 3, 4, and 5, or 4, 5, and 6. Sorry.
Yeah.
And just the special effects for like a lightsaber, like it's like it's not day and night. Like it's actually still kind of the same, but like
Oh no, it's day and night.
Yeah. It looks more real, not realistic, but it just feels better basically. But like the scene where Obi-Wan is taking out those guards in the dark, and his lightsaber just lights up, and it's like just that fucking sound, just the nostalgia of it, just does something for you.
Well, the thing about like the old school animations, from the first lightsabers, it was rotoscoping, which is like an animation style that was like it's like tracing over frame by frame, to make this thing look like really cool. But like today we use CGI, and we could also simulate a lightsaber that looks way more realistic than like the old school lightsabers back then, that were basically just like props. And you can add in digital effects afterwards with like the sparking and shit like that. Because like back then, I don't think there was any sparking at all, or if I can't really remember.
No, I think
it was probably pretty minimal.
I want to say maybe I saw somewhere that they used like swords that were kind of electrified, not like where they would get shocked, but like whenever they would come into contact with each other, it would cause a spark. And I think they used that for some of the special effects. But I could be fucking wrong. It could be some other YouTube video I came across that talked about doing special effects or whatever. I don't know, but I think it's cool. Whenever a lightsaber gets turned on, because like I remember the original one, like literally be like you could tell when like everybody had to freeze in one position, and they would do something, and then all of a sudden the lightsaber would be on. Like you could see the cut in the filming when they would go from not having lightsaber on to it being on.
Well, crazy. Go ahead, Prodigy. No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, I mean, you have to put into account the New Hope episode 4, 1977. You know what I mean? Like most of these weebs and nerds were not even born.
We weren't even born.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I think they did the best they could for that time, but yeah, there's no fucking doubt about it that it's evolved and gotten way better.
Well, I mean, it's also it's rather strange, to live, especially in our lifetimes, because we went from like a lot of shit that people don't understand. This is like kind of old person thing, but like when we were kids, like we went from rotary telephones and barely out of like black and white TVs. Like if you didn't have money, you had a black and white TV. Over the airwaves, there's no HD, nothing like that. There was no internet when we were, in the 80s. There really wasn't any real CGI back then for movies. And it went from that into like in the 90s, like the proliferation of the internet and technology, and like watching how fast like computers just started doing everything until today. And it's like I'm trying to imagine a future in like the next 20, 30, 40 years, which I can't even imagine, because if you'd have told me in like when I was a kid in the 80s that you'd be able to make a phone call from your pocket, or you'd have the world's vast majority of knowledge in your pocket through a cell phone, through a phone that's in your pocket, I'll be like, what the fuck are you talking? That doesn't even make sense. There's going to be a thing that's going to come in the next 20, 30, 40 years that's going to be like that, but I can't even predict it because like I don't know what it's going to be. So something like that's gonna happen now, and it's gonna transform the world, hopefully for the better. So
I remember, and again, this is old man reminiscing, but when I first saw Toy Story, and that was what, 94,
yeah,
95?
it looks so shitty now.
Yeah, but I mean,
Dude, they couldn't even get the blinking right.
Dude,
Like when you go back and watch it, like the characters blink really fucking weird.
But still, at the time, we were just like, a computer made this?
Yeah.
What the fuck are y'all talking about?
It was amazing back then.
Yeah, and we were just like, well, if a computer can make this, then video games are gonna look, ridiculous in a few years or whatever. It just
And then Prodigy was like, what if a girl had a dick? Like, could they CGI that? All right.
check and check,
Well, shit, anime had it going on, so why not?
Exactly, man. But that shit was wild. And then the other one was Jurassic Park with CGI. Really.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was like,
or
when that came out.
What was it in Tom Hanks' Gump, where they made Lieutenant Dan lose his leg or whatever?
Yeah.
And that's when I saw that man and he fucking had, like, the actor had fucking legs, I was like, what the fuck kind of voodoo magic is this shit? You're not
Broke your fucking brain.
Gary Sinise also, I just got a real quick shout out to Gary Sinise. He has this band called the Lieutenant Dan Band, and he does like a lot of shit for the troops in general. Like he went to Iraq like so many fucking times, in Afghanistan like so many fucking times. It was pretty amazing. So yeah, anyway, just a quick thing. Gary Sinise is a good dude.
Yeah, he's legit. I appreciate
there was the thing on Netflix where they went behind the scenes on how they did Jurassic Park, and like Jurassic Park was it changed a lot when it came to like filming and still like not clay animation, but whatever, like the CGI animation basically.
Well, they use a combination of animatronics and CGI, but it was like a lot of animatronics. Yeah.
Yep.
But when it came down to it, was that like animatronics, like when they would move, it was too sharp, like because it was the figure was moving one frame at a time.
Yeah.
There was no motion blur, which there normally is with certain things, but the company figured out how to do motion blur with these animatronics, and after that made fucking Jurassic Park make the dinosaurs all look fucking real, just because they had that motion blur.
You know what's funny about Jurassic Park, and I respect the fuck out of that franchise? There has to be a cut or an edit where every single one of those movies is a hard fucking R. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's like dramatic amounts of blood.
Yeah, like literally
elephants showing up.
Yeah, every single dino death.
You know what you did, bitch? I'm stomping your motherfucking ass.
Now, if you had that elephant would make it an R rating, man. I tell you that fucking right now. Petty ass elephant. You know what I mean?
This gonna be fucked up, but I'm gonna say it because it's fucking funny. Could you imagine if somebody? Damn, this fucked up. Damn blue. Imagine someone videotaped that old lady being stumped by the elephant, and then somebody took that music from Rick and Morty and just dubbed it over.
That's Tony, by the way.
Oh my god, yeah.
Legendary.
There was another one where on Rick and Morty where Rick and Summer, where they get all buff and they like go beat up the devil.
Yeah.
And what song did they play? I think it was EXO to Give It To Him. That's what they were playing.
Yeah, that was it. And then another one that was really good was Percocet, Molly Percocet. What was that song? Mask Off by Future.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
like one of their things too. That song is catchy as fuck. I don't even like Future, but that song is catchy as fuck.
Should we get into some of this gaming news? There was a whole lot of gaming announcements.
Oh yeah, there was. Actually, I watched quite a bit of it. Let me pull up the list. What was on the list?
I'll start with something.
Was it E3 or just
it was the
normal
Summer of Gaming?
companies just
Summer of Gaming.
Oh, okay.
Also, they should just call it E3 is missing.
Yep. Yeah,
E3 the void.
One of my favorite things, I'll start it off. Diablo 4 looks fucking amazing. They got over 150 dungeons. It's open world. They have PvP in that bitch. You know what I mean? Like Rivers of Blood, I think Kronos was saying in the chat.
Yeah, that Necromancer, I'm like, yo, okay, I guess I'm just going to stop playing as a monk and just do the fucking Tidal Wave of Blood and, bring back things from the day. I like Necromancers anyway, so right up my alley.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm trying to look at a webpage and the images are loading like if I got fucking download. Holy shit. Like the images are just slowly. I was like, my internet going down or some shit? What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Activision Blizzard has been rightly so in a whole lot of hot water for egregious shit.
Yeah.
And so every time there's something that I'm hyped for that they made, it's always like, do I want to support them? But goddamn it, they're gonna have my money on Diablo 4. If it's anywhere near as good as that trailer, it's hard fucking not to.
Yeah. So first of all, I started playing Diablo Immortal on my phone.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Like, honestly, it's getting a lot of shit on the internet because people are like, "Oh, there's microtransactions." But listen, I haven't bought shit from anything since downloading the game. All right, it has not diminished my enjoyment of this game at all. There are some bugs, I get that, but it's basically playing Diablo on your fucking phone. And there's some improvements from like the Diablo that I knew, even like 1, 2, and 3. There's improvements upon those games on Diablo Immortal, especially when it comes to like inventory management, just like ease of use. Because like when you pull up the game, first of all, it looks fantastic. At least on my phone, I have a OnePlus 9 Pro. It looks great on my phone. It runs really well. It has a full online experience with the game, which is amazing. Like all these things that I was not expecting. I was expecting like a shitty Diablo experience on my phone, and that is not what I got. So, but there are things where I see that there's like microtransactions and you buy a bunch of shit, but you don't have to do that. Maybe I'm not far enough in the game to where I'm forced to do it, but so far I'm enjoying the fuck out of this game. It's fully voiced over. You know, you got Deckard Cain in that bitch again, talking about Diablo shit. There's demons, there's fucking blood, guts, all kind of crazy shit. There's different classes. I'm amazed like what they've done for the mobile experience so far. And so I played that game and then I saw Diablo 4 and I was like, oh, give me that shit. Like for real.
So can you level up fairly completely just with grinding rather than loot?
So far, I mean, I've played the game for at least 10 hours, at least 10 hours. And nothing stopped me from leveling up. I've never felt like I've died maybe once. Nothing's happened in the game to where I thought I was fucked and I had to like buy something to do it. You know, like everything's been fine. So when people are saying like, oh, there's microtransactions. Okay, well, you don't have to buy them. Like, for real, you don't have to buy. Like, try to play the game without buying them.
Yeah. No, that's good
shit.
Pay
to win. Yeah.
And you could also like another thing. Like I was going through like some dungeons and shit, and you could hop on with like other people. Like it gives you the option to like, yeah, there's co-op on it, and I'm just like, they figured out all this shit with like for the mobile experience, but I'm like, I don't think it's getting like enough real attention on like how they're like doing like, so like, let me see if I can pull up the game as I'm talking, but there's like, I was like, how do you play like all of your like special moves and shit like that, like playing this game? Because I'm like, I'm used to like having to press multiple buttons, like all this shit when I'm playing it, and they really just like figured that shit out. Oh shit, no, my phone's not working. Here we go, it's pulling up right now. But they figured out like a lot of like really good workarounds. Honestly, the experience is almost sort of better, as I alluded to earlier, like playing it on your phone because you can see like exactly what move that you want to do is on cooldown. Because you have to press like the actual button, like what that you see, and pull it up. And it's fully integrated into Battle.net, which is the Blizzard like online experience, which I think is really cool. I'm trying to pull up the game right now. You can sign in as your normal Battle.net name. You can also play it on your PC if you have a PC, Master Race. I'm just saying, and it's really cool. Like I got a bunch of, I guess I was on the what do they call it? I got early access to it. I didn't know. I just said that I just got an email. I was like, okay, I'm definitely gonna play it. So if I can pull it up right now. So if you look at, sorry, if you look at the screen, like over, the fucking glare. Sorry. So this is how you like move around, right? And if you look like over here, these are all your moves, right? So it's super easy. Like this one over here is like your regular like moves, and all these are like your special moves. And then up here is like where you get like your how you heal. So it's like it's really well done. Like if you look around me, yeah, there's people on here right now that are online that are like those are real people.
Nice.
That you can like interact with and stuff. So like for a phone experience, like I'm like, holy, I was fucking blown away. Honestly, I was blown away.
Well, there's 14 gazillion fucking phone users, smartphone users.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm like, why not?
And like everyone's got one in their pocket.
Yeah. Yep. And also, like I said, you can take the experience they have for Doom. I'm sorry for Diablo Immortal from your phone to your PC and play like the same fucking game. And you can also you can use a controller for both if you want to.
Good shit. I'm gonna have to check it out. I needed to clear off some space of all my Fuda porn.
Yeah, you can upgrade your phone. My phone's 1 terabyte. 1 terabyte.
Exactly. Yeah, man. Then some other news. Capcom dropped some fucking gems and shit. We got Street Fighter. Is this 6? Is that what this is?
Yeah.
5011?
Here's the thing. For all us old heads, it sounds weird to call it Street Fighter 6 because there's been 11,000 Street Fighter 2s. You know what I mean?
People don't get that. Mm-hmm. I think Street Fighter 2 was like, it might have been the first game that was like hacked at the arcade because they had like Street Fighter 2 Hyper, which is not a Capcom game. Yeah, like the Super Hyper fucking whatever the fuck game. Like there's a lot of hacks at the arcade, which is like crazy weird. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Wait. So Hyper wasn't a Capcom game?
Not some of the ones that we played. Because there was ones that I played were definitely like they integrated some of the hacked game stuff into the games. Like I remember Chun-Li's like not crescent kick, but like her
helicopter kick.
No, not helicopter. The one where she does like just the kicks, like standing there.
Yeah.
But there was like a hacked arcade cabinet where she would like shoot like a Hadouken out of her like her.
Yeah, I remember that.
They integrated it in like into one of the games where that was like a thing, and then they put it in as like the push thing in the game. So yeah,
that shit was dope, man. So Street Fighter 6 got announced. Whole bunch of cool fucking characters. It looks like Ken, and again, this is speculation, may have gotten fucking divorced, and the wife left him for the kids. I don't know. It looks like
that's the way you look.
Yeah, man. It looks like Ryu is
white. How about
I don't know.
For me, like when I saw the trailer of the game, I was like, man, it just didn't feel right to me. It doesn't feel like the old school animation style of Street Fighter. I'm thinking like Street Fighter.
It's not going to, man. I mean,
Yeah, but it's just, and then like Ryu looks fucking old and yoked as hell. Like, I mean, the guy is constantly just fighting and working out.
Well,
but like,
the funny thing about like Ryu and Ken and a whole bunch of all the core like 8 characters from Street Fighter 2 when it originally launched in the arcade, you see their fucking dates of birth. Like, you know what I mean? You see their dates of birth and blood type, all of them in their late into their 50s, sometimes in 60s and shit. They're not fucking young. At least if in canon it's 2022. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm with it for a little bit of realism. Chun-Li looks older. We'll fucking see.
At first, I thought they slimmed her down for a second. I was like, wait a minute, you guys can't be slimming down Thickums Chung Lee,
Yeah,
but like she
what
still
them
got them
thighs
legs.
do? Yeah.
Yeah.
strongest woman in the world. So definitely down for that. Or we'll see more as it comes through.
There's also
Finally talked about some Resident Evil Village DLC, which I was fucking happy about. Go ahead, Gronus.
no. Go ahead. Talk about Resident Evil. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Resident Evil, first of all, the big news was, and it was to nobody's fucking surprise in the RE fanverse, we're getting Resident Evil 4 remake. This is one of the most beloved Resident Evil games of all time, with Leon, and I think they're in Spain or Europe or whatever the whole time. It's supposed to be on current gen, and so it should look just as good, if not better, than their spectacular fucking RE2 remake or RE3 remake. So fucking excited about that. And then the other one they announced was some Village DLC, which I'm still kind of combing through some of those details, but I'm glad they didn't leave fucking Village as without DLC, because that fucking shit is awesome.
Well, I
Go ahead.
saw that at Sony Showcase. They had said that we're gonna get a VR game
Yep.
for
Yeah.
Resident Evil, which I'm like, all right, that's
So
I might pick up VR for the PS5.
not the first time, because Resident
Yeah.
Evil
Oh yeah.
7 Biohazard was definitely in VR, and supposedly that was one of the scariest fucking experiences for a whole lot of fucking children.
I mean, life is scary.
Could
I'm
you
just
imagine
saying.
if you can play the fucking Vampire Queen in VR? Like you don't play as her. You just have the perspective of like seeing her. Like, could you imagine?
I can imagine, because they released that hentai, first person hentai with her immediately. I was on
That
that
ain't scary. That's horny.
shit. Lady D and them titties. So yeah, we'll see. What else? Cronus, you were something on Capcom or
No. I
larger?
was going to talk about the creators of Rick and Morty. It's Justin Roiland.
Oh yeah,
Roiland.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. There's a game called High on Life. It's a first-person shooter, and looked. I'm into it. Like, you got guns that are like creatures that do things and have babies and do all kind of crazy shit. Like, I'm down to play. You know, let's do it.
And that was again, Xbox had their kind of showcase or whatever, which looks and sounds fucking dope. I'm not, too much of an Xbox fucking guy, but I'm not a hater either. Some of that shit sounds interesting. Elder Scrolls coming, and even some what was the other thing? Not Elder Scrolls. Oh, some Fallout 5. But I think those are going to be years
Yeah,
out.
I mean, obviously, I'm not an Xbox like fanboy. Obviously, y'all know me. I play PlayStation mostly, but I've owned 2 or 3 Xboxes, and I need a reason to buy the Xbox Series X, and there was enough reasons on the Bethesda showcase, and also I still want to play the latest Halo because it looks pretty decent, but I'm also very critical of Halo's like shitty storytelling
Yep.
always. Because like fanboys of Halo be like, "Oh, Halo makes so much sense. It's a great story." It's not a fucking great story. The story
Yep.
sucks. Just the gameplay is
Oh,
good.
short too.
I'm not gonna argue with that. I mean, the gameplay has been good since it first came out, but the story's been like total garbage. So yeah,
We're gonna fucking see, man. But these shits have me fucking hyped. And then the other one, just I know we're bouncing all around with studios, but it was officially announced Naughty Dog is going to have its standalone multiplayer Last of Us mode. It looks like it's set in San Francisco. It's going to be big. True standalone. Not even I can't even call it DLC. It's like a true standalone Last of Us game. Fractions on the Last of Us One was fucking awesome, and I'm hoping this fucking knocks it out of the park. We'll talk about.
no, I mean to be honest, the fact that they're making a quote unquote standalone, like so you got to pay for another game when previously you got the multiplayer and the single player in the same. Like that's to me, it's kind of fucking fucked up.
Even like a patch for
Yeah,
include
like just
the
make it.
multiplayer.
You got to play for the game. Like stop making it like. I don't want it to be normal that they're going to separate the single player experience from the multiplayer experience for the same fucking game. Because that's a slippery slope. And don't get me wrong, I can afford it, but I mean, why are you doing this? Like, it's like a cash grab.
Yeah. And there's been other games that have added the multiplayer, and the game became more successful by them doing that. So, I mean, there's companies out there who have done it. So, the fact they're doing this is kind of fucked up.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. I it feels like this is going to be really different, but again, I need to see much more, and I don't want to pay full price. You know what I mean? I'd like for it to be discounted, especially since what did The Last of Us dropped? Last of Us Part Two dropped 2020, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. I mean, I think there's some wackiness there, and then they're also going to release The Last of Us Part One on PS5. Now, this is again a 2013 PS3 game, just like GTA 5, re-releasing, remastered. You know, I mean, enough is enough. You can't do it for every fucking generation. What y'all think?
What are you talking about? Like them doing the remaster of Last of Us?
Yeah,
I mean,
another.
it's the thing. At a certain point, you're right. I mean, you got to stop like kind of remaking them. But at the same time, you know, people are gonna fucking buy it. I mean, just think of like gaming companies right now, and look at like how long GTA 5. It's gone through 3 fucking different generations,
Yep.
and they're still in the top fucking 10 every goddamn month. So like,
Yeah.
if I'm a gaming studio and if I had a popular game back in the day, I'd be like, oh, why not fucking roll them dice?
Yeah.
If they did a remaster of Saints Row the Third today, I would buy it for $100.
I mean, it's fun enough. You know, there are some PS3 classics. I mean, here's other too. I can't believe Metal Gear Solid 4, which I loved, is stranded on PS3.
Yeah.
You know, talk about remaking that for the 5, and you shut up and take my fucking money.
Yep.
Okay, well, if you think about it, aren't all like sports game and like I guess Call of Duty games just remastered versions of like?
I mean, sports games, yes. Call of Duty's sort of. Yeah.
Well, yeah, they take the story up a little bit, but yeah,
Yeah.
sports game. I mean, it's same fucking thing, same teams. I mean, the characters changed a little bit, but yeah, it's just a remastered version of last year's game.
You know, it doesn't change
They don't play
them
'em.
not playing NCAA fucking people. Actually, they had to stop doing that, right? They had to stop the whole NCAA. This is how fucked up and kind of racist that the gaming industry is that once people that were in college went, hey, you're gonna use my likeness, you need to pay me. Like, okay, we're done doing this.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck?
Like in the mid aughts, like 04, 06,
Yeah.
05, like that. And they lost that lawsuit, and that was the fucking end of it. And it was a very successful game. It wasn't like some fly by night, middle of the road. No, it was like
Yeah.
top 10, top 12 seller every fucking year.
Yep.
So it fucking is what it is, man. Yeah, I feel like we're missing some other big ones from a gaming standpoint that they highlighted.
Yeah, there was. Goddamn, there was a lot that. There was Redfall. That was one of them, which is like basically you're trying to kill vampires. I believe I'm interested in that. That's Bethesda game, which I'm pretty sure is going to be on the Xbox. So I gotta buy an Xbox for that once I find a home because I'm hobo status, I guess, right now. I mean, you see in the background, I'm in a garage.
I mean, you were in a garage.
Squatting.
Well, I was gonna say before the Infinity Base 2.0, we were in a garage. So
Yeah, we were.
you should feel at home.
Then I thought we got some gameplay of Starfield, right? Fine.
Yes. I mean, sort of. So Starfield it's strange. It's basically like Fallout meets No Man's Sky. It's No Man's Fallout, basically. It took a lot of elements from Fallout. Don't get me wrong. I'm still interested, but you know, Bethesda at this point, they had a huge misstep with Fallout 76.
Oh,
so
yeah,
they're
I forgot
not
about that.
perfect in their track record at this point in time. But hey, they can fix it.
I mean,
go ahead.
truth be told, and I enjoyed the shit out of this game, but Fallout 4 was buggy. If we're being honest,
Yeah.
on the that shit was almost unplayable. It was so fucking buggy. Falling through the fucking floor, doors that don't open that are supposed to, cutscenes that would rewind and crash your fucking shit. Very buggy. So, we'll see. They got to update a lot of things with their fucking engines, you know. And I'm not a crazy guy or whatever with that, but the Fallout 4 engine was fucking broken, at least on the PS4. You know.
Yeah, I mean that's I can't say anything against that. Yeah.
I don't
So.
remember what other stuff they had. Um, I mean, there was a little bit of gameplay of Gotham Knights,
Oh
which I'm
yeah.
still shitting over. like, like I don't know, man. That game just I'm just not feeling it. It's just something, maybe the animation style or like I'm just not feeling it. It's not
We talked
game's
about
not
this.
working for me. Yeah,
Not having Batman hurts your fucking soul. That's what it
it
is.
that could be it, but that just because I think recently in one of the a trailer that dropped recently, they show different skins, which I'm thinking is for Dick Grayson. But like we get like a black Dick Grayson, there's an
There's
Asian
a
Dick
black dick.
Grayson. Basically, yeah.
Oh,
there's a
okay.
BBC. It's fucking
Uh-huh.
Gotham. But no, I was like, I was confused because I was like, oh, it's these new other characters they're adding to the franchise, but like, I guess they're different skins for Dick Grayson, which I'm like, this is kind of fucking weird. Like, I don't know, man. This is fucking weird. I just don't like it. But I don't know. I just want to see more gameplay to see how it really fucking looks. Because all the scenes are like they're always the same. It seems like they're breaking into Arkham, and that's all they show.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. This franchise, the Arkham Knight franchise or Arkham franchise, is one of the most beloved franchises ever, especially for comic book games. Like before Spidey was, you know, really, really doing his thing, Marvel Spider-Man on PS4 and now PS5. Um, this was the gold standard. So they need to fucking come back to form and shit. That's still a beloved franchise. I need to see more too. I'm cautiously optimistic, but they got a long way to fucking go, man. Uh,
Yeah.
to really win me over. And then the other thing is the whole Suicide Squad kills the Justice League or fights the Justice League. I don't know which one drops first. I thought Gotham Knights possibly did, but who knows with the delays. But they got to both distinguish themselves as two very different fighting action adventure games.
Yeah, they do. Do you see the trailer for the Marvel's Midnight Sun trailer?
Yeah, I don't know as much about this team, and it seems like the team is kind of an amalgamation of heroes, some that I like, some that I don't.
Yeah.
But I'm interested. Wolverine. I mean, first of all, you let me play as Wolverine or Blade, and I'm fucking sold. So, what about you?
Has Blade been in other games like the what is it, the Marvel Alliance? Was he
He might
in
have been.
that French?
I feel like he might have been in Marvel versus Capcom. I'm not sure. I can't fucking remember. But Blade was a big shit back in the day. So I'd love to see fucking more of him. You know?
Yeah, like some of the gameplay they have for this looks fucking dope. Like we got fucking Jaime Reyes is not Jaime Reyes is
Yeah,
who's
Jaime
the
Blue Beetle.
no it's either Ghost Rider, right?
Oh no, yeah. So it's Jaime something, but yeah, the
Or the,
driver, Ghost Driver.
yeah, the one in the car. Yeah, yeah. But like we could see Spidey in like a pretty fucking dope armored suit, which looks fucking badass, to be honest. But yeah, this looks interesting. I don't know exactly how the whole gameplay is going to be like, but it looks pretty cool. Looks like it's going to be a good story.
Yeah, man, I'm down to watch and find out more, or I guess watch some more trailers or whatever once we get a little closer to release. I doubt that it'll be even a 2023 game. I think we're way out from it. You know
Yeah,
what
it it says it's coming out in October, but yeah, this is going to be definitely pushed back.
I mean?
Even just seeing like the fucking demon soul sucking Hulk was pretty fucking dope. At the end
Hell,
of the trailer.
I still need to see this fucking Top Gun movie. I don't know what I'm waiting.
Did you hear about how it might be pulled from the theaters?
Oh, really? Why? No, I didn't hear that.
I guess I'm trying to think of so the original creator of Top Gun, I think it's based off of like a book or a comic or something like that. And I guess there's like some kind of law loophole or some shit like that where the family that owns the rights to that franchise can either ask for money from the studios to kind of rebuy that franchise, or they can just have them pull it from the theater altogether.
What the fuck? That's
It's like
crazy.
some crazy copywriting loophole that this family could do for that franchise, which is kind of like crazy because they own the rights like a couple of years ago, like it's been like what 20 years, but I think that expired. So the fact that they made the movie without this family's permission, like kind of it's copyright infringement basically. But I don't know the full story. Like this is something I came across. I need to look more into to find out the truth about it. But I mean, other than that, I mean, the franchise is fucking thriving. Like the fact that Tom Cruise, who's like, I think what is he like in his upper 50s,
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
back doing a fucking another movie, and he's like actually the one flying the jet planes and shit. It's like that's fucking ridiculous.
This might be
Tom Cruise,
his most successful one. We'll see.
It sounds
looks
like it is. Yeah, you're talking about Top Gun.
Yeah, it looks like
yeah,
almost about to be at 1 billion worldwide. We'll see. I'm still not 100%. I'm gonna let y'all finish it off because I got to get some rest and try to get some shit done tomorrow. Though.
I'm actually okay with like wrapping it now because I've been not getting a lot of sleep either. So
Yeah, we are gonna end it early. Sorry, y'all.
we'll do. Listen, okay, so we'll do a longer one next week, like a normal length one. Then I did a bunch of videos like showing the Infinity Base, and like some other content that's on my phone, so I can release that this week as well to give you guys some additional content. So yeah.
Hot shit. Blue, what you got populating this week? God damn it.
oh, fuck man. Father's Day is this Sunday.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Second year being it. Father's Day is like one of it's just a day like people fucking overlook. But I have no fucking plans. The sweetness asking what I want to do, and I just want to say drink a beer and just fucking chill. Like it's not a lot I want to do, but like I do want to go to San Jose. Is it Fairyland or
Oakland?
Fantastic Land or something like that? There's one
Fair-
in San Jose too.
There's a Fairland in San Jose.
Yeah, it's
Oh
like
shit.
off of Story Road or King Road or something like that. It's over by where I used to live in San Jose.
Okay.
I just want to go there to kind of do some stuff with my son.
He's not talking about Sleepy Hollow.
Is it called Sleepy Hollow?
I think Sleepy Hollow.
Maybe you're right. I think it might be Sleepy Hollow. But yeah, I just want to go there, hang out with my son. But then again, it's Father's Day, so it's gonna be fucking busy, so I don't want to do that. But yeah, not doing too much really. Just hanging out and chilling. Really. What about you guys?
Cronus, what you got?
I just want to say thank you to my brother. I mean, again, it'll probably be every week, for letting us stay here while whatever the market's doing to sell our house and selling our house and trying to get a new house. It's been I've been very gracious to him and his family. It's been an adjustment, but it's still pretty cool that we can even do this. So Prodigy did it, last year, and he was successful. So hopefully the same thing happens with us. Other than that, yeah, I'm looking forward to getting our youngest into the same school that Prodigy's kid is in.
Nice.
Hope she'll be going there. Yeah, I look forward to going to jiu-jitsu tomorrow. Hopefully, on a normal schedule going forward, because I haven't been able to do jiu-jitsu on a normal schedule for like more than 2 years, and I miss it, and I need to get my deadly skills back. I'm just saying. So yeah, that's all I got.
Somebody
Force people again.
Yeah, somebody finna get choked the fuck out.
Prodigy, you were right. It's called Happy Hollow. That's what
Yeah,
park I want to go to.
that's a really good one. For me, really just recovering. I got work in the morning, but I need to get back to 100%. Glad that the Rona test came back negative, but being around all those fucking people and airplanes and airports, goddamn, fucking people are nasty. Wash your hands, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nasty fucks. Also, definitely gonna watch Warriors tomorrow. They might be able to close it out, hopefully.
They're playing in SF tomorrow.
No, this one's in Boston.
Oh, they're going to lose and they're going to win.
If so, they'll play Game 7 in San Francisco on Sunday on Father's Day.
I mean that'd be the thing to do, right? That's like you win at home.
Yeah, I'd like to win it on the road. My nerves can't handle Game 7, but that's all right. Other than that, just trying to get back to fucking normal with the fucking household. Shout out to, again, my good buddy James and Kayla for an awesome fucking wedding and really just good times and good family fucking vibes and shit. That shit was high class shit. So, nice.
Before we wrap up, quick shout out to Clay, bartender Clay. His book drops soon. I got the notification from Amazon that it's going to be on its way. So I'm looking
What's
forward
the
to that
title?
and making all kind of drinks.
What's the title of that book for people who want to fucking purchase? God damn it!
It's called The Black Man's Book of Making Drinks. No, I don't know.
I can pull
Shit,
it up
what's
and
it
bullshit
called?
for a second.
I'm trying to look at my Amazon order, see who finds it first. Killing Dead Air. It's a book. It's called Black Mixhouse Excellence. Black Mixhouse, a comprehensive guide to Black mixology.
I love it.
Yes.
That's dope shit.
70 recipes of drinks that I'm going to try every which one of them.
I'm gonna support that shit. God damn it! All right. I usually say Old Ninja take us out, but Blue take us out. God damn it!
Shit. You have just listened to the dangest podcast in the world,
Titty
Black
me.
and Black times Infinity.
Infinity.
You can find us everywhere. You can Google us, BTI, or look up Black and Black times Infinity. We have a website called benhatproduction.com/BTI. You can find us on Spotify. We're on Amazon. We're on Apple Podcasts. So I still want to say iTunes. Find us on YouTube. Watch our listen. Come out. Join the crowd. Join the crew in the chats. We go live every Wednesday at 8:30 ish. You can just hang out with us and chill with us. And also we're on SoundCloud. You know, if you're on there, leave a comment, leave us a rating, and we'll definitely read your stuff on the air. And you might be the number one listener of the week. So go over there and check us out.
Yeah, especially if you name your same name that you have on SoundCloud and come into the chat like Zor did. I'm just saying, I'll immediately know who you are. So
That's fucking awesome. That's good peoples. All right, y'all. Peace. We will see y'all next week for a full cast with more.